Maxine, what is she doing? She's on thin ice.
I know, bless her. I mean, she has got Munchausen's. I think now it's been on screen, everybody knows she's got Munchausen's, but the lies and the deceit, they're just getting worse and worse and worse. And she's getting to a position where she feels that she can't back out of it. And, you know, it's hard because what she's doing is wrong. The lies, the deceit, the manipulation of the people around her is wrong. But what we do have to remember is that she is being manipulated by her own mind. She has Munchausen's. She's not doing this just because she feels like she needs to or wants to. She has a factitious disorder that is controlling her to make her do that.
Did you know anything about this condition before the storyline? I mean, I had heard of it, but didn't know a great deal about it, to be honest.
Same as you. I'd heard of it. I knew very minimal about it. I'd heard of Munchausen's and Munchausen's by proxy, which people do tend to mix up. And then, obviously, once I found out that I was doing this storyline with Hollyoaks, we had a lot more research into it, and we had an expert come and sit with us for a day and went through lots of case studies, explained it, and
just how people can fabricate these incredible stories just to kind of...
It's like attention. It's to get attention. And there's different types of Munchausen's. Maxine's is that she knows she's lying, she knows what she's doing, she knows she's not ill. She's
going to do anything to keep Damon to begin with, isn't it? But then her friend, I think it's starting to unravel a little bit.
Well, yes, because Sienna's
knows, slightly on it,
and the doctors know that she does have Munchausen's. So essentially, Maxine is ill, but not in the type of illness that she's trying to portray to everyone around her. But yeah, I think it's getting harder and harder for her.
It's an intense enough role to play, isn't it, I guess? And you've had a lot of feedback, not always great stuff, because people are hating Maxine and what she's doing. I mean, you've sort of had to deal with that as well.
Yeah, and do you know what? I understand why there's been a lot of negativity and a lot of hate towards this, because if you didn't know that she had Munchausen's, or you don't know what Munchausen's is, to everybody, she's just this lying, deceitful, manipulative, horrible person who's just trying to do all these things to get attention and love from Damon and the people around her. So I can understand why people have been so negative about it, but I'm seeing now a difference that now it's been revealed she has Munchausen's and more people are understanding the condition. People are more sympathetic towards her because they understand that she's not necessarily doing this because she's evil. She's doing this because she's ill.
But you must have got an amazing, I would imagine, reaction to that.
Absolutely.
Helping people,
I mean,
generally.
It was the first time it had been done on British TV. Male rape was covered. It's been done since. We were the first.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing with the storyline that's going on for me now, though Ashley has to hear about it all the time in the scenes because he's with me pouring my heart out, so he's probably sick of me. But it's that Luke didn't deal with it, and that happens as well. You know, sometimes you only have a 6-month period to cover these stories, and you have to get it all in. Well, the great thing is Luke went away for 15 years, I did.
Of course.
And now coming back, it's how does that affect someone if you don't actually seek or get the proper help you need?
And that's really true to life, because that happens all the time, especially with men, especially with young men.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing, they don't.
That looks absolutely epic, and it took a lot of effort to film, didn't it?
Oh, it was amazing. 3 weeks, wasn't it? Hard work, night shoots, but it's all paid off, and we're really proud of the outcome.
3 weeks to shoot one episode.
No, well, actually, yeah.
I mean, we've not actually seen it yet, have we? They watched it back at the studio last night with all the cast and crew, and we've had lots of text messages saying it's amazing. We've had such a great director, Sean Glynn, on it, and it's just we're really proud of it.
It was great fun, fab crew, makeup spectacular, isn't it? It's
definitely there's something special about doing night shoots. I think once you sort of switch to that nighttime routine and you've got this huge story to tell, it gets really exciting.
In terms of the story, I mean, it is dramatic, and Hollyoaks, you know, is famed for never shying away from the drama, the big storylines you guys have done over the years. But this particular storyline, I'm not allowed to say too much and give too much away, but your daughter is out to kill again. You've taken the rap for it. That's who we saw in the clip there. What can you tell us? Please tell me Tom's not going.
We can't say too much about who may survive or not, but obviously the last time we saw Sienna and Nico together was at Point of View Week, where Sienna finds out that Nico is actually responsible for Patrick, her father's death. Stick with me, it's confusing. So the Blakes' mother and daughter have been separated for sort of 8-9 weeks, and then Warren comes along and convinces Sienna to do the right thing and says, everybody's in danger while Nico's out there. You need to confess that you didn't have anything to do with it. They let her out of prison and then Halloween as the sort of showdown. So Sienna's after finding Nico first.
Obviously, all is well now, Jennifer, but I mean, just to go back to the birth, actually, it wasn't the most pleasant experience, and the nurses actually christened little Day the miracle baby because of what happened. I mean, what exactly did go on?
I mean, as far as labour were concerned, I quite enjoyed it. It were a bit of a challenge. These midwives came in that were absolutely incredible at the end because his heart rate had dropped. I think the contractions came a little bit too soon and they were quite long. So anyway, his heart rate dropped and these midwives came in and they were just like holding my hands and made me feel like Superwoman. They were just like, come on, you're the best pusher in the North East. Like, even if there was something wrong, I wouldn't have known about it. And then when he came out, our little gorgeous boy, look at him. When he came out, his cord were in a knot, and it were in quite a tight knot as well. And basically, they said it happens in 1 in 100 babies, and it doesn't end very nice. It can end in stillbirth. It was quite a tight knot as well, because it stops the oxygen and the food flow and everything getting to him. But our little man, like, defied the odds, and here he is.
Absolutely. And at what stage can that have happened within
I asked that, and they said at the beginning when the cord developed. So yeah, we're very lucky.
So for the whole 9 months, he's been battling against the odds.
So it'd just been if he'd have tightened it,
Oh,
but he didn't, and he's here.
And he's here and well. And how are you adjusting then to, you know, the lack of sleep?
Yeah, we're slowly getting there. My eyes are like, pick them up off the floor. Yeah, we're slowly getting there. It's week 8 this week. The sleep deprivation's a bit of a killer, but he's just amazing. And when he does that little smile at you at 3 a.m, you're just like, oh, you're forgiven.
It's so good to see you back together again.
Yes, isn't it nice?
We don't want to be separated.
No.
But you've managed to get yourselves becoming accessories to murder, so it's all gone a little bit pear-shaped. Where are we at with the storyline?
Well, where are we at, actually? We've got a very exciting week coming up. First week of September is our point of view week, so that week is going to be the same day, and you're going to see the storyline from all the different characters' point of view, and at the end of that week, someone is going to get charged for the murder.
He's going to pay for it.
Ooh, so each show is going to be dedicated to one character, so you'll get a real...
It's the same episode over
and
again.
Start each episode at the same scene with all the characters, and then you follow us off. And
that sounds fantastic. So you always expect a few dramas, but it feels like your characters have had kind of like a few more than most.
We've had...
We like to get in the mix.
A tough couple of years. It's incredible how we've stuck together through it all, to be fair.
Are you going to live happily ever after, do you think?
Well, it's soap, isn't it? So probably not.
Probably not, no. It'd be too easy.
It would be, wouldn't it? Especially after the storylines you've had. You'd be like, where's all right? We need a bit more drama.
We'll struggle through, won't we?
Well, actually, Darren's a bit of a Lothario, isn't he?
He was in his day, yeah. He's been around.
Is Nancy the one?
Well, it's the closest I could possibly come.
She keeps you on your toes.
Yes, she does, I think.
And also, I've been with every member of his family pretty much.
My father, my brothers, and I think we just accepted each other now, and, you know, we're each other's rock, aren't we?
Oh,
you're so brave. You really are, Jo. You're so brave. I know it's emotional for you, and I completely understand that. Of course it is.
I think that brave's a funny one because it shouldn't be. I appreciate it, but it shouldn't be. It should just be okay.
Yeah.
Because nobody gets up in the morning and decides that they're gonna think about taking their own life today. And you know, it's a long old road for everybody to feel all right just about talking about their feelings. But hopefully we'll get there because it's so important. It really, really is.
No, it is, and it is fantastic that we are talking about it. I mean, like I said, we were talking about it with Katie, and looking at Katie, you wouldn't ever think that that was a woman who would have a breakdown. No. It can happen to anybody.
Yeah.
Absolutely anybody.
And there's, like, no reason to it either.
No,
I might find it more acceptable in my own head.
I know what you mean.
If there was, like, a reason, if there was a big event.
You'd say, that's happening because that happened.
But sometimes I've just been, like, sat for a bit.
Yeah, I know.
And you're like, what are you doing? Why? And I backtracked for the last 5 minutes. I'm like, what did I do? And I did nothing.
Like that, but there's nothing, and there isn't anything that you can do about that.
Yeah.
But you know, you've had a lot of therapy. You have had help. Do you feel in a good place now?
I do. I feel in a more confident place to be able to deal with what my brain is doing, which is why I decided that it was probably about time that I started talking about it. And I suppose sort of practicing what you preach in that if you suffer with these things, all we've got really is talking about it. So to talk about it, I have to talk about it.
Yeah,
and I'm luckily in a position where I get to talk to lots of people about it. But if I can sort of open up and talk to that many people and nobody's got a bad thing to say, then, you know, somebody else can tell one.
A big stretch, actually. Who are you playing?
That
what
is
character?
a stretch. I'd hardly call it acting, yeah. It was just a fun thing. The whole thing was really bizarre. The storyline, if you don't know it, is pretty weird. It's kind of a crazy storyline. And they just asked me would I just do a cameo in it. So I said, of course I would, so yeah.
Yeah? As yourself?
As myself, yeah.
So
because that is the storyline. They're
indeed.
obviously, yeah. So
I know.
so it's kind of, it was weird, but it was also kind of fun just to go and do it and see, and also to be on set on something that's been around that long as well, and just kind of see, you know, the reality of it, as it were.
But it's good to do all these different things. Why not?
Yeah, for
Why
sure.
not?
Yeah.
It's like you're having fun with it now.
You know, there is a lot of hanging around. I've always kind of said when people have said, "Oh, you know, you've made lots of money from music and and I kind of feel that in truth and reality, doing the gigs and making the music are not what people have ever been paid for. That's not what we do.
Right.
I think you get paid for travelling and hanging around in gigs. Do you know what I mean?
Hurry up and wait.
That's That's you know, that's what the actual gigging and stuff. I still absolutely love. I probably love it more today than I did then. To be honest,
That's
because, like I
really
say,
good to hear.